What up, peeps? Energy here, and I know it's been 5 weeks since I've done an energy broadcasting system, but to be honest with you, these last 5 weeks have gone by so quickly. I'm experiencing many levels of a state of flow, and I've never experienced this for the last 5 weeks. And for those of you who don't know what state of flow is, I know I talk about it often, but just in case you don't know what it is, and I'm going to just give you just a little breakdown, because this really applies to anything that works for you. It could be running, some type of exercise to heat up the body. It could be, if you're an artist and you're painting, you're a mechanic, you're working on a vehicle, you're a chef and you're cooking your food. So just to give a couple of examples, that when you're doing your thing and you find a state of flow, that everything's seamless and effortlessly, and time doesn't matter, and you don't even know that time is passing. It's almost like a state of meditation, because everything is just going by, and there's no anxiety or stress. And it could last 5 minutes, 5 hours, 15 hours, 5 days, 10 days. Again, it can change. For me personally, what I'm going through is I've entered this state of flow. I don't know if you guys remember that I mentioned about 4 energy broadcasting system, that I had really come to a space that I just don't want to approach life anymore like this. I get knocked down, I get disappointed, let down, or somebody does something to hurt me and break me. This is how I get up, and I approach everything in life like this. I'm ready to forge forward and fight through it and get through it, and energy was born like that. Energy, a lot of who I am and all this racing, a lot of this has been motivation from adversity and struggle and things that hurt me and broke me. And a lot of my passion when I do the energy broadcasting system was stemmed from those moments. And another broadcasting system, I talked about how we have these masks, and we identify, and we're going through life with what we identify with. And I have identified with, and energy was born. Energy, the name energy, the movement was born from a space of adversity. Somebody broke my heart, and that was birth, and it's been great propulsion. For so long I felt like I needed to stay broken to be able to do what I'm doing, to be able to change lives and impact and do the things that I do, and the intensity that I do it. It had to be in this space. It's what I understood. It's all that I knew. But I knew, like, when I talked about that, like 4 energy broadcasting, it's like, I'm tired of doing this, that I get knocked down and I'm here. I didn't want to do that anymore. For the first time, I walked into a room in a space that I had no clue. My whole life, from being a little kid, everything, adversity I was going through from a little kid, this is me getting through life. I got out of the fucking streets. I got out of addiction. I've gotten out of all this crazy shit like this. I became a mom. I built a brand. I built a business. I've built community. I've built an alliance with so many people, and that drive and that motivation, a lot of it came from that space. So for the first time, I'm standing on this side that I have no clue about. No clue. And it's been such an amazing gift that I gave myself. Because remember, every time I do this and I preach, and everything I'm saying is coming because I am experiencing something and I'm sharing it with the world, and we're going through it together. Whether one person listens to this or 100, it's just something that I want to share, that it might impact someone's life. I'm not afraid to talk about what most people have: shame and fear and guilt, and don't feel right. I talk about it because I might be setting somebody free, and I live the way I want to live, irrelevant to what society and all that's telling me, because I want to get closer to self and pull away with what everybody's telling me on how things are supposed to be, but rather I want to know how it's supposed to be for me, and how does that look like for me. So I had to burn a box that I was now willing to change a filter, because I'm constantly changing filters, and I'm asking you guys to change the filters on how you're looking at things, how you're identifying with. But I wasn't willing to let go of this one filter. And that was this filter that I was going to approach everything fighting, and I was going to get through. And if somebody said, you can't build energy in 29 days, well, I build energy in 29 days. Oh, I had somebody leave. I lost my home. I lost everything 4 weeks into building a gym. And I said, man, I'm going to show up to work every day. I'm going to give it everything I got every day, because this adversity and this struggle is my fire, my fuel. I just didn't want to be that anymore. And I was concerned, like, can I be energy? Can I be energy to the world if I'm not identifying from all that space, from that place. And you know what? I'm better at this. The way I'm communicating with Amanda and Luna is beautiful and great. It's a connection of being so present, of really listening to each and every word that I'm sharing and experiencing. To be present is a beautiful thing. When time doesn't matter, I don't have a worry. I just want to be immersed and soaked into this moment that I'm experiencing with them, because I have beginner's mind. Because I'm not approaching things like this, but rather I'm putting my hands down. And then this is a space that I don't understand, and it's scary. It's the unknown, and I am setting myself free, and I've been setting myself free. So again, I'm experiencing my girls in an amazing space. I feel like when I'm at the studio, I know when I'm at the studio, the way I'm teaching, the message I'm delivering, I've lost sight. I don't care what anybody thinks. It's what I feel. You know, I've gotten into this beautiful relationship with someone that I've been manifesting for a long time. Bucha Man. Abundance, choice, manifestation. And I'm constantly manifesting. And you can manifest and do things from a space that doesn't need to be attached to a struggle or an adversity. Because when you do that, then I'm bringing that story into this moment. I'm bringing that baggage. I'm bringing a piece of that with me, and it's all this shield, right? Because when you live life, I was living life like this, right? So that's all parts of the shield that I have put together all these years of my childhood and all the shit I had to go through to get out of the streets, and all my addictions and all the fucked up shit I was doing to make that turn in life and to find my purpose. And, you know, the breakups that I had, losing a house, trying to build a business and keep it sustaining, and all these things that were happening to me in between. That's what I was building my armor with. Shut that all off. And I'm like, am I going to be able to still be what I need to be without this baggage? And yes, I've met this amazing, beautiful woman that, you know, that has definitely sparked this state of flow for me, that now being in this space of not being like this, I've allowed someone to come into my world with what I want and not what I need, and with a beginner's mind, without the baggage of everything that went wrong on the last one. Because when you find that, when you're in the right space, just like Energy, when, you know, everything happened with, you know, I left them Psycho, and then Body and Soul, and then my moment with Stunna, and not knowing where am I supposed to go. And I had this fear, and I was trying to hold on to things. But then when in the studio, I had the opportunity to open up my own studio, even though it wasn't a dream, it was a moment of everything slowing down, and realize that everything that went wrong and didn't work for me was the universe and my guides pushing me, our guides, our angel, our gut, pushing us in the direction that I needed to go. Because now Energy's there, and I built Energy, and, you know, I didn't have a business plan, I didn't have partners, I didn't have to get a loan. This is crazy. How are you gonna do it? I'm doing it because it comes from a feeling, from a gut, from my purpose, from my drive. And I haven't worried about, am I going to have money? Am I going to do this? I just show up every day giving myself 100%. So now I have to trickle that into my personal life without the baggage of everything that went wrong before, because now I'm in this beautiful relationship with this beautiful person, because it has nothing to do with everything in my past, but what it has to do is it's a reminder that everything that did go wrong and that does go wrong and that doesn't work for you is because it's not meant for you. Because when you're trying to hold on to what isn't working for you, you're not allowing what's meant for you to happen for you. And the minute I let go of that notion and the stories and shedding my armor and getting out of this position, and even though it was hard in the beginning, you know, like I did that broadcast four broadcasters ago, it was hard not to walk into every situation. Now it's easy. Now I don't even want to put my arms up. I don't want to. This is such a nicer space that I'm living in, that I'm experiencing, that I went 47 years living one way. And now I'm here, and this is great. This is an open space that's not cluttered. It's beautiful. I'm in this beautiful relationship in my personal life. My relationship with my girls is better. I have so much joy. I'm teaching better. So to be mindful that what we desire most, and I think that this applies to a lot of people, we just want to be happy. And happy is a moment. Joy is forever. Joy is something that who you are. You're joyful, right? You live in gratitude constantly. Gratitude for everything that was, everything that is, and grateful to whatever's gonna come. You're just always in gratitude. Your gratitude always, when the worst is happening, when the best is happening, and everything in between. To be grateful for it all. That we can live in a space that it feels seamless and effortlessly, that you're not just tolerating life, but celebrating life. And it's taken, I get it now. You know, I'm knocking on the door of 48. And 48 is where I feel like, I get it. I don't want to be 19 again. I don't want to be 21 again. I don't want to be 30 again. I want to be 47 years old, knocking on 48. I wouldn't change a thing. I don't want to change a thing. I've learned so much. I've allowed myself to remain teachable until the end of my life. I don't take anything personal. Nothing's personal towards me. Anything that anybody's doing is about them. And I don't even care what their opinion is. Lose sight of what people think. Lose sight of sight. Connect with a feeling. We don't know we are uncomfortable until we get comfortable. And I am comfortable right now. And I had no idea how uncomfortable I was. And I look forward to how things are going to continue to evolve and change. Because I'm here and the space feels great. But because I'm walking in this space and allowing myself to be teachable, I'm going to continue to get enlightened and to level up in life. And that life is just getting more and more comfortable and not uncomfortable. And that doesn't happen to everybody. Most people continue to go in the direction of uncomfortableness and settling in all these little boxes. So I encourage you to burn those boxes. I encourage you to change the filter that you're looking at life in and to allow yourself to get comfortable, because most of us are uncomfortable and don't even know it. Energy.